Everyone loves to draw cards, right? I love drawing cards. You love drawing cards. Let's draw as many cards as possible so we can all have fun. And what could be more fun than drawing cards than killing our opponents through card draw? Nekusar the Mindrazer was first printed in the Commander 2013 product. Each deck was led by a shard-colored commander, and most of them are considered to be some of the strongest commanders of all time. Derevi, Oloro, Jalava, Prosh. In Jalava's deck, one of the optional commanders soon became a staple favorite, Nekusar the Mindrazer. Nekusar is a 5-mana, 2/4 legendary zombie wizard with, at the beginning of each player's draw step, that player draws an additional card. And, whenever an opponent draws a card, Nekusar the Mindrazer deals 1 damage to that player. Which means Wheel of Fortune deals 7 damage to each opponent. 21 damage for 3 mana is a pretty good return. Wheels are a lot of fun in Commander. Combining a wheel with a card like Narset Parter of Veils is one of the meanest, most underhanded things you can do. Which is why we're not doing that in this deck. We want our opponents to draw tons of cards, but we're not a mill deck. Our deck wants to focus on drawing cards, but Wheels also discard cards. So we want payoffs for both card draw and discard. There have been several cards printed in the last decade or so that would work wonderfully in a Nekusar deck. So today, we're taking a look at this, the OG Wieldmaster himself. Additionally, I wanted to keep this deck on a strict budget. So the initial deck list I kept under $100, including Nekusar. But there are several easy upgrades you can make if you're wanting to do so. Before we get into the deck, let's keep in mind our checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp. 10 pieces of card advantage, though this deck will absolutely go higher. 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. To start, we'll take a look at our personal card advantage. We don't have a lot, so this shouldn't take too long. Wizard class ensures we have no maximum hand size, though we can level it up if we so desire. We also have Kess Dissident Mage so we can recast any of our spells, and Riel the Everwise to double any wheel effects for us. To ensure everyone is always drawing extra cards per turn, we have Fevered Visions, Spiteful Visions, Dictative Crewfix, Stormfist Crusader, Kami of the Crescent Moon, and Master of the Feast. Our group draw effects include Vision Skeins, Prosperity, Folio of Fancies, Fascination, and Skyscribing. Our wheel effects consist of Dark Deal, Magus of the Wheel, Incendiary Command, Magus of the Jar, and Wheel of Misfortune. And finally, Time Reversal and Commit Memory, which function as our first 2 pieces of graveyard hate. So now that our opponents are drawing so many cards, we want to make them pay for that. To start, we're running Underworld Dreams, Ob Nixilis the Hate Twisted, Phyrexian Tyranny, and Price of Knowledge. For discard payoffs, we're running Megrim, Raider's Wake, and Sangromancer, which should help keep us alive for a bit. To double up the damage of Nekusar, we're running Harmonic Prodigy. We have a Peer into the Abyss as player removal, or draw half our deck if we need a win con. The Locust God is a backup win con, and Tainted Strike is our sudden I win card. To ensure we live long enough to win the game, our counterspell package consists of the already mentioned Commit Memory, Arcane Denial, Negate, Counterflux, Wash Away, and Perplex. For spot removal, we're running Abrade, Terminate, Baleful Mastery, Chaos Warp, Bedevil, and Cleansing Wildfire. Vandal Blast can be used as an artifact wipe or just on a single artifact. Swiftfoot Boots for protecting our commander, and Ashiok Dreambrander as the best piece of graveyard hate in the game. For board wipes, we've got Archfiend of Ifnir, Aetherize, and Deadly Tempest. We probably don't want to cast Deadly Tempest if we have Locust God on board, but you never know what the board will look like in Commander. Our mana ramp consists of Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Solemn Simulacrum, Diamonds, Signets, Mindstone, Fellwarstone, Goblin Electromancer, and Nightscape Familiar. Lands consist of an array of budget tap lands, Command Tower, Bajuka Bog for a 4th piece of graveyard hate, Myriad Landscape for additional ramp, a Crumbling Necropolis, 6 islands, 7 swamps, and 4 mountains. So let's see how our list compared to our checklist. 50 mana sources, split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, right on track. 22 pieces of card advantage, very high, but that's the point of this deck. 9 pieces of spot removal plus 6 more counterspells, 3 board wipes, 4 pieces of graveyard hate, 1 sudden I win card. So the deck checks all the boxes and comes in at under $100. But what if you wanted to upgrade it? What if you love this deck and want to make it as strong as possible? Worry not, you don't need to drop $350 on an original Wheel of Fortune, especially not when Windfall is only $4. Most of these upgrades are around $5, so let's take a look at them. I'm not going to talk about upgrading the lands, of course. Fetches, shocks, bond lands, check lands, and even the Innistrad slow lands are the biggest upgrades you can add to this deck, as well as Xander's Lounge when Streets of New Capenna hits later this month, or a Reliquary Tower. But what you need to decide is what direction you want to take this deck. Do you want to double down on the discard effects? Tergrid, God of Fright would be a great inclusion, as would Burning Inquiry, Windfall, Liliana's Caress, and Waste Not. Or did you want to go all in on mass card draw? Howling Mine, Teferi's Puzzle Box, Minds Aglow, Winds of Change, Sazin, Perverter of Truth, and Wheel and Deal would be the cards you want to add next. But what if you wanted to go Spellslinger instead? Thousand Year Storm or Hive Mind would be insane upgrades to this deck, leading to explosive turns as you wheel over and over again. The possibilities are limited only to your imagination. What cards do you want to run in your Nekusar deck? Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cute Stuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, there's a link to her Fiverr page below. Please like and subscribe for more content. I'm doing a push to try and grow my channel, so I'm posting new videos every day for the next few months. Or you can click here for more Commander content. Stay safe, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Dana.